Strange. Not a single one. I never expected this. This was great news. Hello folks, nice to see you here. Today I want to take a little talk about buggers in our grow room. Everyone that has been gardening a little bit will from time to time experience bugs on their plants. And a couple of weeks ago I collected a tomato plant out in the greenhouse. I took it in and wanted to grow it in my grow room. And after a while I noticed there was some strange spots on the leaves. And at first glance I thought of blight. But when I had a closer look at it in the stereo microscope, then I saw what it was. I got a little bit disappointed at once when I noticed what it was. But there's surely a helper that can do the job for us. I'll tell more about it. So let's take a look on this plant and see what kind of damage that has been done to the leaves, but also the stem. So come on. And here you can see the damage on the stem and the leaves. It looks quite similar to the blight. Here is a leaf as well. If you have a look at the stem, here you can see the stem looks like it's rusty or something. It's not pretty. The first thought I got when I saw this damage to the plant was to chop it out as soon as possible. But I found out I want to give it a try to see if I could do something with it. And if you look here, new growth is absolutely fresh. And I'm very pleased with that. The plant isn't sick anymore. So I'm gonna keep it. Well, I ain't gonna keep it a secret anymore what it was that made this damage. It was a mite. Not only one, there were thousands of them. It could have been russet mites that done this stuff there, but in this case it was broad mites. And these mites, they are so tiny that you can't use your eyesight to spot them. You need a magnifying glass or a stereo microscope like this. And the length of an adult female is 0.2 of a millimeter. And that's small. Very small. And what could I do about it? Well, we got a friend that can help us with this stuff, and I'm gonna introduce you to him now. It's Mr. Neem. Yeah, look here. I have tried this neem oil. It's an organic oil against fungus gnats. I read that neem was very effectful against fungus gnats and the larvae down in the soil. I didn't find that so very helpful. So this bottle here has been standing now for a year. Well, I read one place that neem was very effective against mites. So I gave it a shot, and I got very surprised. I read that if you use neem oil on these mites, you'll have to continue this spraying of the leaves for about a month or two, depending on the temperature in your growing room. And what surprised me very much was I had a look at the leaves just after a couple of days of the first spray with neem oil, and I looked at it, and it wasn't a single mite that I could see, and the neem had hit them straight out on the first spray. To be on the safe side, I want to keep on spraying my plants once a week now to kick out any eggs or nymphs. I also sprayed all my other plants because this shit here can spread to the other plants as well. I can't see any more damage to the leaves or the stem after the first spraying I did with this. So I'm very pleased with it. Okay, I can show how I made this mite killer mix. Okay, the first I did was to fill this spray ball with a half a liter of temperate water, about 30-40 degrees Celsius. And then I took a teaspoon with neem oil and poured into this bottle here. And I took a quarter of a teaspoon with Castile soap and put into the mix here. And when I done this spraying, I tried to hit the stem and underneath the leaves and on top, all over the plant. And the active ingredients in this oil, it works on the mite in a way that that can't change their skin or do their molting between the different stages in the growth, so they will die out in quite short time. Well, this neem oil, it worked very well for me, and I'm very pleased. So I'm gonna use it again if these buggers arrives again. And I hope it works well for you others as well, if you experience the same problem with the mites. Okay, this was only a shorty. I'll see you soon again, and have a nice time. Bye.